What's up, guys? Welcome to B Sports Picks. Man, we had another massive 7 wins, 0 losses. I'm going to show you the receipts for all of that happened yesterday. The day before that, we went 5-0. So in the last 2 days, we're actually 12-0 on the free picks. We did not have a perfect day on the VIP overall, but in the last 4 days in the VIP, we're hitting at a 30 wins, 5 losses for the last 4 days. So we're on a massive heater. I got one very strong play for you guys in baseball for today, and then I'm going to give you I like another one too, but it's a little bit contradicting. I'm going to explain that, and then I'm going to give you pretty much the information that I have of the other teams that I'm looking at. So if you're interested in this stuff right here, make sure you subscribe. We're about to hit 5,000 subscribers. I've been giving a lot of massive value in the free picks and in this channel for years, so make sure to subscribe. All right, so yesterday I took my son to the White Sox game. They ended up winning in extra innings. We left a little bit early because of traffic and it was getting late, but they were tied in the 9th when we left. They ended up winning. So overall, I did see Ronald Acuna Jr. from the Braves getting injured. And the reason I bring that up, that's where the contradiction starts for the game that I was looking at for today, which is the White Sox. I'm going to explain that once I get to it. I am looking at them, but there is contradictions there. Just be aware of that. And then I'm going to hook you guys up with one play in baseball as well. Overall for the VIP was a 10-2 day yesterday. And like I said, for the last 4 days is 30-5, which is a massive run. On the free picks has been even more ridiculous. On Saturday was a 4-1. Sunday was a 1-1. Monday was a 5-0, just like I said. And then 7-0 yesterday. So I actually need to update this number. I'm not going to do it right here. But if you could just do the math right here, there's only one loss in the last 4 days. So it's been a ridiculous run. Make sure to get the free picks. The link's in the description. All right, so let me explain what happened yesterday very quickly. I did say I liked Andy Pages, Josh Young, Josh Naylor, and Yandy Diaz. All of these guys ended up getting one hit. Some of these guys, I think 2 of these guys ended up getting 2 hits. But all we need is one hit, and all 4 of those guys got a hit. The Mariners, I said I was going to cash out. I actually was so damn tired and so damn exhausted and so busy that I looked at it one last time before the game started, and the line actually shifted back into the Mariners' favor. So I left it alone, and I got great odds on that, and they ended up winning. So I did not cash out of that one. Then we also had the Mariners and the Orioles on the over. That went through. And then we had 2 under 1.5, no run first inning. And then this one I gave away, which was the Marlins on the first 5 innings, and then the Yankees on the under no run first inning. I also had some under stolen bases, a 3-leg parlay that got hit right there. And then the 2 losses was I had the Marlins and the Diamondbacks. On the under, you can see they scored 16 runs, so they killed that one. And then I also had the Phillies. So the VIP did have 2 losers yesterday. Yeah, but on the free picks, it was the first 5 innings on the Marlins, the under on the Yankees. And I said, I did say I was going to cash out of this, but I'm going to take it as a win because I did mention it. So there it is. And then the 4 batters. So 7 wins, 0 losses yesterday. So the first thing I like to look at is the Sharp Edge tool. If you want access to this tool, it's 7 days for free. So check that out. The link's in the description. Right here, it does say to look at Cleveland and New York on the over. I don't like that because we normally go on the under when it's New York, especially on the first inning. So I'm staying away from that automatically. And then the Phillies, I did some research. It does show up that there's going to be a lot of contradictions there with Toronto. So it does say that Philly is a strong lean, but I'm going to probably stay away from that one. This is just something that stands out to me. Sharp leans and the sharp plays, something that I take a look at every single day. Now I go to the sharp line monitor. This is kind of where I start looking. You can see the Guardians started at 107. They're 112. The Rays, the Nationals on the plus side, which is the underdog. Padres, Orioles, Tigers, Diamondbacks. The Dodgers are a massive lean right here today. You can see it started at a minus 177. It's currently at a minus 131. I'm going to tell you how I'm playing that, and you can see the money is actually coming back the other way. So it is leaning off a little bit, or actually it looks like it was leaning off right here, and then it came back. So it's still around a minus 193, which is way too expensive. I'll explain why I like that play so much. And then the reason I'm staying away from the Phillies is because the line is not going in their favor. You can see it started at 129. It's currently 124. and I don't like to see that. That's the reason I was going to stay away from the Mariners yesterday. But like I said, they came back and the line started shifting in their favor. So right here, you can see the White Sox did start as underdogs, and they're currently still underdogs. And the line is shifting very, very slightly in their favor. Now, for the line move tool, it does tell you that the Yankees started as underdogs. Now they're currently favored. So that's a 3-point line move or a 3-run line move. Astros, the same thing. Nationals and Brewers. There's a lot of contradictions in this game. I was looking at the Brewers, but there's a lot of contradictions. So I'm going to actually stay away from that one. Once we go into the baseball tab right here, it tells you the projections. You can see Tampa Bay Rays is supposed to win. Yankees is supposed to win. The Giants is supposed to win. Rays, Mariners, Dodgers, they're supposed to win by 2. Phillies is supposed to win by 1. The Mets, Chicago Cubs are supposed to win by, 2? And so on. Okay, so the one play I'm going to give you guys is the Dodgers. I'm going to go right in here. This is a lopsided game. I'm going to tell you exactly how I'm playing this. I'm going to tell you exactly how I'm playing that Dodgers play right now. I'm going to go through it very quickly. It's a very lopsided game, so it's pretty much nothing to talk about. It's just literally every single category is in the Dodgers' favor. I'm going to tell you exactly how I'm taking that. I do like the White Sox, but I'm waiting for the pitcher to get confirmed, which is Martin. If he's able to get confirmed, then I'm going to probably take the White Sox, but I'm not sure on that yet. There's too many contradictions to talk about that one. And then I'm going to give you the other plays that I'm looking at, which are not confirmed yet. So I'll just give you what I'm looking at, and we'll go from there. All right, Dodgers, like I said, is a huge lopsided game. They're supposed to win by 2. The winds are about 10 miles per hour, and it's a nice day out there. So this one is already starting off a contradiction. This says 4 out of 5 are coming in on Pittsburgh, which I'm ignoring. The line did start at 181 and currently 196, just like I showed you on the other screen. The Dodgers in the last 23 games have hit this line or have won actually 78% of the time. Ohtani is one of the best pitchers on today's slate. You can see he's got less than 1 earned run in the last 8 games that he has started. Compare that to this guy's only played 1 game, and he allowed about 5 runs on that game. So now we got the bullpen 3.1 versus 4.11. So even when Ohtani gets called out, the bullpen is coming in as a lot stronger. So Pittsburgh is actually number 28, which is the bottom 5 in the last 7 days to get on base. Compare that to the top 15 over here for the Dodgers. Overall, like I said, I'm not going to go into all the details. This is literally just a big mismatch. You got all the green on the left, which is the Dodgers, all the red on the Pittsburgh side. Look at this, A+, A+, A+. And then we got the categories, which is the team records. 11 out of the 12 categories are led by the Dodgers. Also, Ohtani's he's a monster. He's the best pitcher on the slate with a massive edge on the Dodgers. So again, the way I'm taking this, I'm going to go with the Dodgers at a -1.5. What that means is that they're supposed to win by 2. If you don't want to take that risk, you can look for in DraftKings or something like that. You can do a -1. What that means is that if they win by 1, you break even. You don't win or you don't lose if you want to do that to save on the odds. I'm going to do the -1. I'm going to take that extra risk. But if you don't want to take that risk, do a -1 on the Dodgers. Because of that injury that I noticed yesterday, which was Ronald Acuna Jr., and that's probably the reason why they won yesterday, because he was not at bat after, I think, the 4th inning or something like that. And again, he's not playing today. So again, the line is not shifting in their favor. There's a lot of contradictions, as you can see right here. The Braves are 71% in the last 39 games. So the pitcher is not confirmed for the White Sox, which is Martin. If he's confirmed, he's one of the better pitchers that they have. So if he plays and missing Acuna Jr., then I'm going to definitely take a look at the White Sox. I'm going to come back to this and look at it later today. If that doesn't happen, because this guy's no bum either, and White Sox are doing good, but Atlanta is one of the best teams out there right now. So just be careful with this one. Now, if Martin is playing, then I'm definitely going to take a look at the White Sox. If he's not playing, I'm going to skip it completely. All right, the other plays that I'm going to take a look at are not confirmed yet. It's going to be the Phillies, which I just showed you. The line is shifting away from them, so I'm going to probably skip that one. And then I was looking at Atlanta and the White Sox I just explained. I'm waiting for the pitcher to be confirmed, which is not. And then I was looking at Milwaukee Brewers that kept coming up over and over and over and over on different things that I look at. But there's some big contradictions there. And actually, 3 of the data sources were saying to go with the Athletics. So those are the ones I'm looking at. It's going to be New York Yankees on the over. And then I had the Dodgers. I'm going to take the -1.5. And then Philadelphia, I'm probably going to skip. And then I'm waiting for the White Sox, just like I said. And then Milwaukee, more than likely, I'm going to skip. But if you wanted to look at that one, you can take a look at that one. It's going to be the Brewers because it kept coming up. Again, I'm going to do deeper research after I get off this video, and I'm going to throw any plays that I come up with into the VIP. Last thing I'll say, guys, make sure you get subscribed. Make sure you comment if you've been winning. Also, please check out the free picks. They're literally free. And I just showed you we've been on a massive run on all the free picks. And if you want to check us out for the rest of the season, it's going to be 75% off. 2 people took advantage of that yesterday. I have 2 more slots for that for the rest of 2026, which includes NCAA football, basketball, all that stuff. When it comes back, you're going to have access to all of that, plus pretty much the entire rest of baseball season. So make sure that you take advantage of that if you want to do that. If you don't want to go through the whole season, you can do 1 week pass for the VIP. Put the code word BEAST week, and you get 50% off. Let's get to 5,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for everybody that's here. I appreciate you all. Let's have a great day.